Hello everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome back to more Let's Play F-Zero Expansion Kit. Today we're going to be wrapping up Expert Mode by heading into the Edit Cup. First track that I have created for us to enjoy today is Twister. Now, who are we going to make the guinea pig for this test course? How about you? Kate Alen. Let's go, Kate. Now, let's go ahead and get started with the Edit Cup. Before I began this recording session the night before, which was October 4th, which is the day before I'm recording this video. Dang it. Come on! Regain control, Kate. Come on. So, getting back to what I was saying. Shoot, where was I going with this? I did a practice run on each of the courses. And I have to say, I'm definitely ready to take this cup on. Take it on like a pack of wild rabid animals. Really. I'm ready. My body is ready for whatever this cup has to offer me. Even though I'm the one who pretty much set up everything the way it is. Some of these courses are going to be pretty long though, so brace yourselves. And wow, only 27th place out of the first lap. And I can't get out of last place. Why? Come on, get off the wall! Ugh, dang it, Kate. Why must you do this to me? Why must you drift so much and hug the wall? Are you another one of those characters who love to hug the wall? Just like Super Arrow did? I mean, really, come on! Can we get out of last place? That would be nice. I would like to start this cup off in a decent position. Please? Pretty please? Anyone? Well, so far so good. 27th. Working our way up slowly, yet surely. And there we go. Another kill. Well, actually, that was a kill for me. The first one on this entire cup so far. Alright, final lap. And this cup is... well, this track's been going on for about 2.5 minutes. Which normally is not the norm when it comes to F-Zero X tracks and such. Usually you can get tracks done around roughly 2 minutes at most. Depending on the course, of course. Kind of rhymed, but whatever, I don't care. I feel like I gotta frickin' sneeze. Why can't I get out of 19th place? I will never know. And Kate, why do you keep drifting? Seriously. Well, it looks like my prayers have been answered. Kind of. Oh. That was interesting. So, what do I think about my greatest creation yet? I have to say, so far, my courses are a lot more tolerable. Sure, some of them are going to be long, and also pretty hard, but they're not the worst things ever. Trust me. That was for novice... that was for the novice run of the Edit Cup. Really, it was that freaking extreme. Now for the next course, which I like to call Heel. Why is it called Heel? Well, that's because this track is in the shape of a heel. Like, you know, those kinds of high heels that women like to wear when they're going out to someplace nice, going out to the club for the night, having a ladies' night out. Yeah. I have one of those. I decided to make a track out of the heel. Just something I felt like creating and pulling out my butt. I know it's not the most extreme track that I can possibly muster. And also this loop is here because I wanted to make it that kind of heel that you would put on and you would have to tie a shoe. You would have to tie some strings. But then again, out of all the heels that I've seen, most heels don't have laces, so whoops. Whatever. Just felt like making a loop just because loops are awesome. They're loopy. And I also wanted to make this half-pipe segment here just for the lulz, and also to make things just a little bit more challenging. And also the skinny pipe segment, once again, made purely for challenge. You know, I could have easily taken the coward's way out and just made circles throughout the entire cup. But I'm not that kind of person. I want to actually unleash my creative mind and make some good-looking courses. And wow, most of the competition's already dead. Are you serious? I didn't think the course was that bad. I mean, come on. Well, better for me because less competition the better. And hopefully we'll be able to win this. Please. There we go. Victory is mine. First place. I guess that's where most of the racers died off, on that pipe segment. They all flew off the course and went too fast. Well, that's the heel for you. It's a heel of a shoe. Now it's time for the next course, which I like to call Hellfire. The reason it's called Hellfire? Well, that's because this course is pretty much a bunch of circles fused into... It's getting smaller and smaller. One other thing I will point out as well, a good number of these courses I pretty much pushed the track creator to its absolute limit. I'm not kidding. I pushed it that freaking far. This track alone pretty much took up all resources in order to create this track. It pretty much took everything it had, and then some. Well, no, it's just everything that it had, and that's it. Reason why it took everything it had is because this track is long. The longest that I can possibly create out of any track in the game. So, using my imagination, I figured this track could take place within an active volcano. And you're pretty much racing to the innermost part of the volcano and then heading out of the volcano and heading back into the outer ring and starting again. And the cones I placed throughout the course are going to be representing those rocks that would fly out of the volcano that are kind of like fireballs, but they're not. Whatever, it's all in your imagination, my boy. It's all in your head, Luigi. There's no such thing as the Mushroom Kingdom. And why did I bring up that discussion, I will never know. Wow, people are starting to die. Wow, that's kind of interesting. Probably because they flew out of the tube in a very bad orientation. So, this course, in my personal opinion, is long but not too hard. You just gotta watch out for those cones. Also, I did add a healing station around midway through this track. The reason is because, well, like I said, the track is long and it can be pretty dang hard if you're not careful, especially when it comes to those cones, because you can easily fly off the track by hitting any of these cones and just blowing up the smithereens like an idiot. And trust me, you don't want to do that at all. and my throat is starting to hurt. Well, this is what you get for talking for about 3 hours. 3 hours straight. Also, speaking of 3-hour recording sessions, oh boy, Vegas is not going to like this recording session either. Once again, because I'm recording for so freaking long in a single setting. That's one thing I don't like about Sony Vegas, is that it just doesn't handle large files very well. I mean, sure, it handles them okay, but a lot of times Vegas will throw a fit, and a lot of times it'll crash. And when it crashes, it makes me mad, and it also makes me quite sad, too. 20 racers remaining, and I'm in second to last place. Now I'm practically in last place. Seriously, where the F is everyone? How are they so freaking far ahead? I don't get it. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man, pull it together. I also didn't want to make this track too skinny or too wide to make things easier. And even if I wanted to make the track skinnier, I can't. I can't adjust the track in any way now. Because after a certain amount of distance that you have with the track, the track either becomes broken or you just can't do anything else with it. And pretty much you've reached the limit of what you can do with the tracks. So yeah, despite the track creator being so powerful, it does have its own limitations for us consumers. I'm just saying, it's there. Limitations are there for a reason. Also, I wish I could have added more cones, but of course, that couldn't happen. Oh boy. 19 races remaining. And it looks like we got 11th place, so whatever, I'll take it. 11th place isn't too bad. It isn't the worst thing ever, but it most certainly isn't the best. Could have been better, could have been worse. So what do I think? This course wasn't too bad. I like it. What about you? Do you like the course? Sound off in the comments section below. Now it's time for track number 4, which I call Evil Step. Or Evil Steps, as I'd like to call it, but once again, not enough characters to spell steps. And a good number of racers are already dead. They flew off the track at the very start. Speaking of which, if you try to view the records for this course, when it comes to the time trials and such, the poor computer player just drives off the course and instantly blows up. No, really. Speaking of which, everyone died again. The end. Why? I don't know. I mean, I figured the tracks were already a good enough length between one another. And, yeah. Track length is fine. I don't know what everyone's problem is. Why can't they get through the steps without any issues? Maybe it's because I didn't have the steps farther enough back? I don't know. And also a vast... Shut up. I know, virus definitions have been updated. Go away. Thank you. For the evil steps, I wanted to make it the way it is. Just so it's as if you're going down a flight of stairs and then flying right back up. And then you do it all again. The steps can only go so high. Or really, the entire track can only go so high. And it can only go so low as well. So I pretty much tested all the height limits of which I can muster. For the most part. And also, maybe the reason why everyone died again was because... Maybe it was because one of the jumps I didn't have it far enough apart. I don't know. The track is weird, and the computer players are once again acting weird. But whatever, easy victory. Even though it's kinda cheap, but whatever, I don't care. Victory is mine, dang it. Now for the next course, which I call Loopy Two. Yes, the infamous Loopy course from Novice actually gets a sequel. And once again, I pushed the track creator to its limits. And once again, I struggled just to get this track together. Why? Because there are so many turns, and there are also a couple of loops too. What's more is that I've done my absolute best to make sure that there isn't any sort of collision detection issues. So there aren't any major parts of the track that end up going through another part of the track. And I also made the track, pretty much made the entire track a pipe because I wanted to. I've seen a similar track, and I figured, hey, why don't I borrow this idea and just incorporate my own spin into it? And here we are, Loopy Two. This is where the idea came from. I think the inspiration for this track came from the track known as Loops. I can't remember who I saw the track from, but I do know it's from somebody who made their own version of the course just to kill some time and just to show off the track creator, I think. I can't remember for sure, but either way, this track is the way it is just because of the inspiration. And really, I felt like making a better version of Loopy, the most infamous course that I've ever created. The one that made me want to pull my hair out, and one that killed practically everyone on the final lap. Speaking of killing everyone, almost everyone died on the last turn. Funny, as once again the same sort of thing occurs when it comes to... Oh, come on, really? Okay, I am back. Now, let's go through this course, hopefully without blowing up the smithereens like an idiot once again. And a lot of the competition is already killed off. Already. There we go. 9 racers remaining. Now there's 7. And I'm in last place. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's only 1 racer remaining. Wow. That is beautiful. I'm pretty sure he'll fall off soon enough. This is really hilarious. I'm serious. Okay, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, now I remember. If you happen to view the records for this track on time trials, then the computer player that's going through the course ends up flying off the track on the very last turn. I'm serious, that's what happens. And speaking of which, the doctor killed himself, so yay! I'm the only one left, so I can go through this course without any issues. And yeah, that last turn is definitely the sharpest turn out of all the turns here on this course. And also there's a pretty high probability of you falling off of the pipe segments in general, especially when it comes to certain loops. And also, speaking of loops, I was only able to make around 2 or maybe 3 loops, I can't remember. Why so very few loops? Well, that's because the track creator has limitations. And creating loops does take up quite a number of resources when it comes to creating these courses. Also, the limitations are probably implemented so that way you don't end up creating such a large track that it ends up crashing the game. I know the textures are simplistic, but after so much stuff is being presented to you on screen, I think the frame rate will drop and eventually the game will crash. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not a wizard or anything when it comes to track creations and also how things work within the technical field. I mean, I know quite a bit when it comes to computers, but Macintoshes I don't know anything about. Kinda sad, but true. I'm mainly a PC guy. I've always been a PC guy, and I think I always will be a PC guy. I like PC. PC is much more customizable and more personal, in my personal opinion. But with that, victory is mine, as we fall off the course and die. Dang it. Whatever, I don't care. We're done. We're done with that one. On to the last course of the Edit Cup, which is... I call it Big Face, but really it doesn't look like a face. It looks like a banana and an egg with sunglasses and also some weird lips. So all in all, this track is kind of a bit like Bigfoot with the ice patch and everything. I made it this way intentionally for challenge purposes, and really the first major turn here, it's nothing really at all. It's just a turn to the right and that's it. You just turn right. Almost as if it was NASCAR. Except F-Zero X is more entertaining than NASCAR, in my opinion. Also, once again, this track is relatively long. And also, I forgot to mention, once again, the poor computer player, when viewing records of time trials, cannot get through a certain part of this course because it hits the cones and then flies off. No matter what it does, really. And here we go. Dang it! Okay, we're back at the cones of death. And I died at the same exact spot. Go me. Dang it. Okay. Shit. Okay. That section is done. Whew. Close one. Well, anyways, that pretty much killed off me. And my chances of victory just went down the drain. I'll be right back. Again. Shit. Down. You. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I finally returned after what seems like a frickin' eternity. I'm not kidding, this course is that frickin' hard. Oh my god, what have I done? Seriously, why did I create such a beast of a course? I hate it. I hate my own course. How? Oh, Jesus. And there's still 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps of hell, and I only have 2 lives to spare. Well, actually, 1 life to spare. In other words, I only have 2 chances to get through this course. And a lot of the competition's already killed off. So, those cones, the reason they're placed there, well, they're to represent pimples on the nose of the face. If you can even call it a face. Face of evil. No, really, I think this practically is the face of evil. The faces of evil, my boy. They're so evil and so dastardly, so freaking difficult. Yeah. During that segment, I have to slow down. I don't have much of a choice. Otherwise, I'm gonna fly off like an idiot. And this half-pipe segment, I used this to... Shit. I used that segment just to represent the mouth. The mouth. It's supposed to be smiling. It's supposed to represent happiness. You know what would make me happy? If I get through this course before hitting the 4-hour mark, which is not gonna happen. So yeah, this has been going on for almost 4 hours straight. Shit! Oh my god. Regain control, please. God, I do not want to slip off of that ice and then fly off the course. After getting this far, no frickin' way in hell. Good thing I set my acceleration speed setting to like near top speed as opposed to the middle. Okay, now there's only me. Wow, everyone died again. Fantastic. I don't mind that everyone died on this course. I mean, I've known I've shared my own fair share of deaths on this course. I'm not kidding. I died a good number of times, and I seriously hate this freaking course. Okay, just one more trip through the hellish mine zone. When it comes to certain turns, even on the regular tracks, don't be afraid to slow down by simply holding the C down button. And yeah, here we go. We made it. We made it out of there alive. Now we can safely get to the finish line. There we go. And Expert is finally finished. And we're practically at 4 hours. 4 hours throughout the entire recording session, but at least I got all of Expert Cups recorded. All there's left to tackle now is Master difficulty and some of the extra content. So, yay, this project is soon going to be coming to a close. Alright, finally. Oh man, it just feels like it's been forever since I began this project. But still, at least it's not the length of, say, a JRPG, but it's still relatively close. Not even close. What am I saying? It's pretty much the length of a typical platforming Let's Play. Really. It's been a while. And with that, we get our good, well-deserved prize of first place, and we only got 2 kills throughout the entire cup. At least for this run. I can't remember if I got any additional kills during any other runs of this cup, but either way, we're finished. I'm done. I've been going on for 4 hours straight, and it's finally time to bring this video to a close. After achieving a well-deserved victory. And another character portrait of which I cannot read. Yay. Well, anyways, I am done. This is General Snivy with Let's Play F-Zero Expansion Kit. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. Next time, we're gonna do it all again, but on the very last difficulty. And that is on Master difficulty. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all later.